I'm David Rowan, and today we're going to talk about how organizations can use IT tools to develop and support their data-driven enterprise. In the conversation today, we're going to focus on how NTT DATA uses SAP tools to help customers meet their goals. And I'm delighted to have Thibaut Tixier, who is an expert in SAP analytics. Welcome, Thibaut.
Hello, David. Thank you for inviting me. Yes, I'm very glad to be here talking about intelligent technology, intelligent enterprise, and we will try to give an insight on how a company can become a data-driven company, which is really a very hot topic right now.
Well, we need your knowledge because things are moving very, very fast in the enterprise. And we can no longer simply talk about big data as a monolithic answer. We need to know how to integrate it in real time. So let's talk about making decisions in real time. When the market is changing, when the tech is changing so fast, executives need to ensure that their systems can implement decisions faster and also smarter. Now, I remember, as you do, that every conference 5 years ago talked about big data analytics as the amazing solution. But it hasn't worked out that simply, has it?
No, it's never as simple as in reality as it seems in theory. Now we are very good at gathering lots and lots of data and put it into our data lakes, but we are still not as good at gaining the right business insight to extract the right data and the right answer when we need it and where we need to use it.
So what I think we've learned in the last few years is data is nuanced and complex. If it's dirty data, then how you process it doesn't necessarily help you as much as it could. We have new tools, new forms of machine learning and deep learning that are allowing us to use the data much more powerfully. So as you see it, what is the key to using this massive data set efficiently? How do we make sure we don't drown in that data lake?
Well, the simple answer here is that we need to become smarter. And so that terms really needs to be a little more defined if we want to make sense of it. Here, the key is to being a data-driven enterprise is not just to fill up the data lake. This is a very important part, yes, but it's not the only part. Well, what we need to do is to make sure that we can interrogate the data quickly and efficiently in order to find the insight that make a positive difference to our business. Really, this is not a very easy task. If you think about all the methods, the policies, the technologies involved, you can see at once how complex this subject is. We also have to govern, manage, and secure all the data, which, as you know, can come from many different sources, many different partners, so it's a very important part. Also, we need to implement new tools to maximize the value of data. And here we can now have access, as you were saying, to new technologies such as machine learning that can help us improve the processes and also automate different stages of the process. We also will be using in the near future artificial intelligence. So this is still a very challenging area right now. So the key point here is simple. Business that use advanced tools to gain actionable insight from which data will gain an immediate competitive advantage, and they will stay ahead of the field in the future.
And I guess the risk is if they don't have access to these future-facing tools, such as artificial intelligence, if they don't have the expertise to work with, they won't have such a smart company to compete.
Yes, it's one of the characteristics. It's not the only factor, but the way you extract value from your data will be absolutely crucial now in the future.
I understand. So let's look at SAP now. How can our investments in SAP systems help to optimize insights, help to make an enterprise become a smarter business?
The first thing to say is SAP is, for dozens of companies, the key system of records. Why? Because it's a transactional data. What does that mean? That is probably the single most important source of data for any enterprise. So SAP is now well aware that brings them a key position, a key opportunity, and also a great responsibility in order to help the customer unlock the value of all their data. So right now they've been developing different tools which are in constant evolution, to help businesses extract the maximum value of the data at a higher speed, because this right now is a vital resource for them. Now, I will just let you give a few examples of SAP technology. First, and one of the main one is SAP HANA, which includes a high performance in-memory database that will help improve and accelerate decision-making based on real-time data. That, as you were saying, is a really key point, real-time data. Then we have the cool one, as we like to say it, SAP Analytics Cloud, which is a user-friendly tool which uses machine learning and artificial intelligence embedded within it to help users explore the data, to focus really on the good ones, and also to visualize them in a very beautiful way. Afterwards, you can extract the insights they need, which of course will let them to make better decisions. Another point that sometimes we tend to forget is SAP Master Data Governance, which really is a very essential tool. It's a top-level governance tool that monitors and corrects potential data quality issues. And as you were saying, data quality is very, very important because it's essential for maximizing the value we can get from the data and from other tools. And finally, we have the newest one, which is SAP Data Intelligence, which enables teams to optimize the integrated process for data collection, organization, and management. As this process becomes more efficient, users can unlock more and more of the data full potential.
So Thibaut, it's a time of rapid change. People are having to use software business models in a very different way to a couple of years ago. And many of us resist very rapid change. But at the same time, many of the people watching us today understand Everest very well, and they see change happening as the company rebrands as NTT Data. And I just want to show how we can reassure them with what the changes mean in practice. It's a big reorganization. How is it going to help them actually improve the efficiency of their data management as a strategic asset rather than give them something else to worry about?
We are still here, the same people, offering the same blend of services in the same languages and with the same cultural alignment. What really changed is behind the same, because now we have the added value to have joined a technology powerhouse. What our customers will see is that we have more money to invest in innovative solution, or partnership with SAP will now reach a new level of maturity, and we will gain a privileged access to SAP expert, because as part of NTT Data, we are one of SAP's most important partners worldwide.
Thibaut, we talk a lot about big data, data analytics, but what we're actually talking about is transformational approaches to everything from how the trains run, to how the supermarket gets products to you, to how your body is working to stay healthy. What are some of the most exciting examples of emerging data analytics that you think tools like SAP's tools can help with?
I think one of the key aspects of SAP is that we are now embedded in the core business and the core processes. So we will help them gain a lot of efficiency, and we will now start to see some very impressive innovation. For example, we'll be able to monitor, for example, the shipping from boats from one part of the world to another part of the world in real time. We also were talking, it was kind of a solution they were giving that about, for example, for insurance company, that to monitor cargo containers in real time, but not just where they are, but also temperature, if they are moving or not, in order to manage the risk. So for the customer, they can bring a decrease in their primes of insurance. This is very important. So intelligent technology will go everywhere in more places than it doesn't know already.
So it sounds not just an abstract advantage. This is going to hit the bottom line in a very positive way.
Yes. Everything we do doesn't need to be abstract, because really when we do big data or analytics, we always need to think about the action we want to obtain or the benefits. It's not just have data to analyze it and to do something. It's very put it in the business insight.
And as a data scientist, what do you see as some of the big trends ahead that we're going to be hearing more about in the next 2 or 3 years?
Well, I think it's a complex question, but nowadays, with everything in machine learning, artificial intelligence, we are thinking more of trying to make computers think as a human brain, that we will apply it to fields that is not applied right now. I think, for example, in everything we see about, for example, in COVID, about medicines, about vaccinations, this in machine learning, artificial intelligence will help us discover new solution, new medicine in a faster way. And I think it will be very good for the population in general.
And when we'll be having the next conversation like this inside the metaverse, rather than with a camera and us, an avatar of us in a very persuasive virtual world, is that 3 years away, 5 years away, 20 years away?
Well, given the speed of the development of technology, I think it will be more 5 years from now than 20.
We should come back in 5 years and meet in the metaverse.
Yes.
So it sounds like there's going to be an awful lot of continuity for the clients, except the services and tools they get are going to have new superpowers, new rocket engines behind them, so they can achieve more. It sounds like everybody is going to win.
Exactly. Can't wait to get started.
Thank you, Thibaut.
Thank you, David.